magic?
We don't do spritzies now. We goopies.
There we go.
No more tigers.
All right.
Yep, good.
Okay. All right, so let me do that. So let me check yours. Gosh, I think it's fogging up already, Gary.
I know.
Hell, man. Huh?
It's got a little bit of moisture, just a little bit. That's the sun.
It's like,
Give me my fan down there, bird, please. Brown one.
I don't have big long fins, so I'm not swimming after you.
Oh, I'm not.
Unless there's something to
I
chase.
take my time. I'm not in a fucking hurry. Can't get to it to rub it.
Oh, yeah. I think I've just gotten immune to it because mine always does. I've never ever had a bad so. Just used to it.
Cool myself down.
How's your mask going, Gary?
Good.
You pull some decorator crab stuff and steal my knife off his leg?
Decorator. He's the decorator
Oh,
crab.
he's the decorator crab. That's why I wanted him to steal it for me.
Rob is the decorator crab, man. He's got 9,000 guys taken off.
Oh, I know. I had stuff hanging on my BCD, and it's all gone now because he's taking it all and put it on his own.
He's collecting it.
He's
man.
collecting.
He's the crab collector.
I got my decorator crab.
8 legs, I'm grabbing everything.
And I had a nice light with a springy thing, and a knife, and some hooks. And
Yeah, you want that like that?
I got lights on that camera, so I think that's probably going to fill my hands up.
Okay.
I'm a photographer this time.
Rocks right behind us. Right on top. Okay. If we're not right on top of it, yeah, we're like right on the edge of it. Okay, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready?
Yeah.
Y'all ready for this? Peeing in my shirt, so it's hard to put on.
Step forward.
Make sure my computer's still 30 minutes. Set it, but it's been 10 minutes, so it's probably 30. It's 31. And not 44 minutes. That was a good number.
Seems like a good number. Good strong number.
They all know how to work.
Still going out. Hard to know. Oh yeah. Gary's clear and clean and clear.
Oh, that one goes on? Oh,
No, big one.
chest on it.
We need a biggie.
That makes sense.
You're a mess, Gary.
I'm a mess.
I'm more of a mess.
Nothing, man. This is crystal clear.
Well, yeah, it's up here in the heat now.
So that's where it was. It was in the.
Oh yeah, all Gary's,
Yeah.
That's worried. When it does it up here like that,
Yeah.
that's bad news. We'll
Good.
knock ours out.
Yeah. He's set.
Well,
That camera back here.
you're on it there, Gary.
There's on. Come on.
I'll go back and grab the camera.
Yep. Did you set it?
Yes, sir.
32, 32. All right, Gary. We're dependent on you, buddy. Sharpshooter. There you go. So all you do is one touch. Yep, and it'll start recording, and then when you're done, one touch, and it'll. So we just let it run the whole time. Like we'll just go ahead and start it now, and just let it roll, just like on our dives.
Ready, ready, Freddie.
Just let it roll the whole time. Oh yeah.
Now your motivation is killing
Yeah.
all the fish.
Yeah, I'm on Gary. We're dependent on you, buddy, for the old hook and cook. We're cooking some fish tonight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, roll into the house. Cook.
So far.
Well, hey, we got a grouper so far. We're not starving.
Pokey finger.
Oh.
Whenever you're ready, you can go in. Just get loaded up. You might be sitting on the bottom like our first time.
Bye bye. Big splash. That was lots of splash.
He makes a big entrance.
Up too. You two, y'all cold boys.
That's right.
Well, that's. Oh, bigger splash.
You get used to this warm water.
The splash boys. Oh, I know.
Splash.
Up in Tampa, I'm hot blooded though.
Yeah.
I'm rarely cold.
There are so many fish on this boat right now. The sounder is lit up.
Is it?
It is on fire.
Nice.
Explosion of stuff. It's probably doing chunks.
Right. Jug fish. There they go. And they're off. Alright, so
You want to swap cameras while I swap tanks?
yep, that's good too.
I don't need them.
I know you're done us $1,000. You got $1 for every tank you change. You'd be retired.
What's up? Get down, go down. Always get the extended protection. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll check these. Alright, so Trying not to bring crap with me.
No.
It's always one thing you leave, right?
this one isn't fog.
It's because it's out here. Once it gets out of the water, it stops.
It's fogging here, but not in front of my.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, you couldn't see anything.
It's game over.
You'll hear the audio underwater of the heavy breathing.
Yeah.
And it's just like shaking, and that's all. You won't be able to see
You
anything.
can hear us looking at the fog. Damn it!
I know.
Huh, you got a salad.
Bring back some food.
Yo.
Oh, I hope these don't. Hopefully Gary starts up good.
Save your grace.
Yeah. You always pull them out.
Kind of a gamble risk, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and just see what Gary's does. It works on the mash. We're getting air in the mash too. You know.
Yeah. Makes sense that it would work. But anytime you try something new,
You start thinking about, I don't want to grease them all up and then be like screwed.
Tried and true method. Whatever we've been doing the past 15 years,
Yeah.
let's do it that way.
Do it that way.
So they're not moving much. They're just sitting right here, like right under the boat where we stopped. So that chum is helping bring everything in.
Yeah, when you get sucked off and then way out of the.
We stuck in one spot for a minute while he shot that grouper right away.
Oh, really?
And then we just hung out for a minute, and then nothing was happening, so we just swam around all around that big rock.
Rob's got patience too.
I remember some guys, like I'm just sitting there drifting with the current, and John goes out to the edge if I can see him, and then comes back, and then out to the edge if I can see him, and comes back. It's like the whole time.
Covered
And
ground.
I'm just sitting there like just drifting along.
Oh yeah.
So he's like speedrunner.
I'm a go-getter, man.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go get after him. Patience is not my strong suit.
Some head cam footage from you, just speed it up and count time.
Yeah.
So,
At the end of the dive, first dive, I I see that mutton down at the bottom, and it's like, see ya.
Yeah.
Gone. Oh, I hope they're whacking them. They're just sitting in the spot. They ain't moving. See them right here.
Yeah, one year we fought these non-stop. We wanted to jump off the boat.
What's the top?
I know, but I tell you what, I'm gonna do 10.
Okay, that's the closest I got to.
Keep the guns far left.
Gotcha.
Just make sure it doesn't get in there. So,
Far left as it'll go.
so grab my hat. Just hold it open. Just hold it there. Check the pressure out. Yeah, just don't grab the outside of the cage. Just make sure I can get it. Swelling. Got a bunch going bad. It must be good.
Chasing after something now. Greedy.
Oh, your reed's close in. Gary's out there.
They're both together, right? Gary's chasing after something. He's just following them around. No big deal. Just swimming around underwater.
That's good. So let's grab Rob's gun.
So just, you're switching gears, probably got flipping gears. Oh yeah, both of them trained.
We looked at it underwater. Visual assessment.
Well, you
Yeah.
you
I just had to keep it warm on my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm asphalt, it was hard to see shit. They're driving crazy.
70%.
So we run on they should last week.
That engine's on, right? I can hop in the water. Yeah, they both are 70+%. And a lot more to go.
We got questions, Rob. We got some questions for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Special.
You're special. All right, Rob. How long have you been a captain and running dive trips out of Key West?
Oh my gosh. I got my
Well, I've been diving with you for 15 years almost.
Yeah, longer than that. I got my captain's license at 18. Like the day I turned 18,
Right.
I sent my paperwork in to get it done because I had already taken the course up to that.
Well, of course, your dad's a legend down here.
Yeah.
So you grew up doing it.
Grew up doing that. Grew up on a boat.
So what, over 20 years now?
20, yeah.
Getting old, buddy.
22 years.
Shoot, I remember when we first started. Holy cow, man. I was looking through footage the other day. I told you from like 14, 15 years ago. I'm like, man, Rob, we look young.
Yeah.
So
We're growing up a
so you got your captain license at 18?
Yep, at 18.
So you've been running, basically, you've been pretty much doing some kind of trip since you're 18.
Right, yeah.
How long you had the dive shop?
2011, I started my dive shop, right? But I was working for other dive shops before then, learning the ropes, figuring out all the different ways that people were doing it wrong. So
Right.
I could do it right.
Yeah, you did definitely do it right. No doubt.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because I mean, let's see, let's say 25. So we had to start, the first time I dove with you had to have been close to the first or second year of the shop.
Yeah, 12, I think.
Right.
When we started.
'Cause
I started 11.
You started 11, and then the first time we dove with you was 12, and then we've been ever since.
Yeah.
I remember the times we did back in the day. I mean, because I was playing with the concept of spear life back then,
Yeah.
right? And you remember that we had like 6 people come in. I flew in Klesko
Yeah.
and everything, and we had six divers,
So
and
much,
we were running 24 cameras at one time. I don't know, what were we thinking?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God! And we dove like 5 freaking days. Oh my God!
Yep.
Trying to get it all figured out. Oh, we got it figured out.
We had to make the mistakes so we could get it right.
Yeah.
No one else, you couldn't learn from anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys are pioneering it.
Well, we learn most of our lessons the hard way.
Yeah, 3, 4 in the morning, downloading stuff,
my
and filling
goodness.
tanks, and
Man,
just
Oh,
everything.
Well, how
Time
old are you
flies.
now, huh?
40.
So,
Holy shit! I can't believe
32?
that.
I know.
you've been doing this 32 years then. Like,
Yeah.
at 18 you got your license?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and he was doing it growing up too.
Even prior to that.
Because his dad's
As a captain.
his dad's like pretty well known in the Keys. Robert Trossett. He's
Trust.
senior.
Yeah. He's actually junior. I'm the third.
You're the third. Okay.
Yeah. And my
Oh,
son's
wow.
the fourth.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
thought you were the junior.
No, he's the
Is
junior.
Robert Trust Jr.?
Yeah.
Old big junior.
Yeah, but who is it? Your dad? What's everybody call him?
RT.
RT. Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause that's why I always RT.
They called me Little T for a while.
Little T.
But now I'm
RT
bigger
and
than
little
him,
T.
so
Doesn't quite ring the
it
same.
doesn't fit anymore. Now my
Yeah.
son can be Little T.
Yeah, his dad's cool, man. He's a fun dude.
Yep.
He's the one that thoroughly taught us about the sucker hole. That one time we went like 60 miles offshore and we had like a little gap in the weather. He's like, well,
Yeah.
let's try it. We get out there and we got crushed coming in. He's like, that's what we call a sucker hole.
Yeah.
Sucker just right in.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm like, well, it was, ooh.
We canceled the whole trip after that, didn't we?
Oh yeah, because it just got brutal. But then of course, man, that's why I ended up getting the World Cat, because you found my boat for me.
That's
Because
right.
I mean, after years on your 26, I mean, dude, the stuff we got caught in stuff. We got caught 60, 70, 80 miles offshore, and he had a World Cat like my boat,
But smaller.
but a 26
Much
foot.
smaller.
Yeah, and we got caught in some like 8 foot sea. I mean, some stuff where I'm like, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna make it home. And Robert's like,
We got it.
He's like, we got it, man. After a few of them trips, I'm like, I want this boat but bigger. I mean,
Yeah.
about almost a year later, he called me. He's like, I found the boat.
Faith and experience.
Yeah, he's like, I found your boat, man.
Yep. Sitting right in the parking lot.
Sitting
That
right
was
there.
it.
Yep, came down and got her. Little Spear Life boat.
Yeah. Put a lot of work into that though.
We redid the whole boat. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, well, it was easy too, because I just said, Robert, how do I set it up?
Yeah.
He's like, do this, get a custom ladder built, do this. I'm like, all right, just set it up like this. He's already got it figured out.
Yeah, that's expert.
Yeah,
For sure.
for sure. Let's see. What else? I got quite a few questions for you. Let's see. What's your favorite part of taking people out on the water?
Favorite part?
Yeah. Going home.
No, hell
No. Well, you do it
It's
350 days a year.
Getting into the water,
Get the
right,
check.
with the people and showing them something
Right.
they've never seen before. You've never seen two turtles,
Oh no,
right?
no,
Having
no,
fun?
that was the first.
right? Like I've seen that a
Right.
couple of times, but
Right,
not
right.
a lot.
Oh yeah.
The
It's
dolphins
rare.
we saw on the first dive.
That's
like,
the first. I'll tell you what. That's the first time I've seen dolphins while I was diving really close to me.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've seen dolphins.
It
Because I
only
mean, it's like
happens.
you get in the water with them, you see them, but it's hard. It's like it never works out. You
Yeah.
know. But that's the first time I think for me that I've had dolphins, like come right up to me underwater. You
Yeah.
know.
It only happens a few times. Like I've only seen it, maybe 10 times
Right,
underwater,
and
where
you're-
you can actually see them close enough
Right.
underwater, and they come to you. It's one of those experiences that you have to be on the water a bunch to get it, right? And to show somebody that for the first time, that's the coolest part.
Getting out there and showing them all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you
You dive so much, like I dive so much,
Right.
that I notice things, right? Because I'm not focused on the dive and
Right,
navigating
right.
and this
And
that,
shooting
you know.
or whatever. Per
Right,
se.
I can,
a lot of
like,
times you're just with people.
Look around, I can say, oh yeah, look over here, quack, quack, quack. There's something this, so shoot that. That's too small, that's too big.
Yeah, the duck quacker. Did you hear that? He's got the duck quacker. You hear it underwater, man.
That's a little louder, a little easier to hear than the bell. I
Oh
used to
yeah.
have.
You see, you'd have a bell. We'd be doing something, you'd be like, it'd be chaos down there, right? And you'd hear ding, 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 and you'd turn around and Rob would be just kind of floating and watching, and you'd be all tangled up. Kobe'd be all tangled up, wrapped up, and crap everywhere, and upside down, and you hear ding, 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 ding. And you turn around, and Rob would be like floating about 10 feet above you, just watching you, looking at you.
You need some help? No?
I'm
There's a big group over here.
I'll let you work that out yourself.
Little lifeguard over here.
Oh my gosh, yeah. For sure. Oh, let's see here.
You added some custom paint on the other side.
Oh yeah, that's mine. Zinc, oxide, sunscreen.
Zinc,
You
yeah.
can't have enough of that.
Number of times you put sunscreen on a day?
Oh, after every single dive for sure.
Yeah,
Gotta make sure you don't wash off.
Yep. You got to use the reef safe stuff.
I got
Just washes.
a question for me. You've been in the outdoor TV world for over 23 years. What keeps you passionate after all this time? Man.
Thinking about working a desk job.
Yeah, you're thinking about working a desk job.
You don't know anything else, right?
Man, I mean, yeah, I do, but I mean, it's been a long time. I mean, yeah, I've been doing this a long time, but it's probably just, probably just love of the outdoors, you know. I mean, because it's, you know, I mean, when you're doing it for a living, I don't care what anybody says, you know, there's moments where, like, you know, if you're sitting in a tree stand, like we're filming for Addicted, I mean, you're sitting in a tree stand for 13 hours a day, and it's hot, you don't see nothing. I mean, it gets, you know, but then you start seeing the animals, or you see that big buck, or, you know, you just like diving, you get out here and things aren't going right, and you're like, man, oh my gosh, it's like, oh, let's call it, you go down on, you know, and it's always, just like spearfishing and hunting, it seems like a lot of times when you're like, this is the perfect spot, I'm gonna crush it, it's nothing. And then the one time you're thinking, this dive's gonna suck, you know, or this isn't gonna work out, and then you shoot a monster, you know. But I'll say the thing that's recently got me was the kids, you know, because after 23, 24 years of TV, it's like, you know, that now with the kids going, like Raven taking over Addicted with the next generation theme, and Gunner jumping in with Spear Life, and, you know, so that gave me like a shot in the arm, you know, to kind of like, oh, I'm gonna get to go, you know, me and Raven get to go pal around, you know, dad-daughter duo, you know, and get to, you know, Raven's gonna get to go hunt, like, you know, she's going to be hunting places for years that we hunted, you know, 10, 15, 20 years ago. You know, so like we're hunting with, you know, we're probably going to New Zealand next year. We'll be with the guy that we hunted with 15 years ago. And then we have that back footage to cut back to, right? You know, when they were babies and, you know, like, or, you know, when we were there hunting. So I think that's definitely got me fired up now. You can tell by this truck, you know, all the time.
I haven't seen you so excited to tell me what's coming up next.
Right, the new stuff that's coming.
Ever.
Right, because you just get to doing it, right? You're just doing it. But now it's like, man, with, you know, with the digital plan and you know, the next generation theme, and get out there with the kids, that's been that's definitely, like you can tell, it got me fired back up. Yeah, it's been a minute since I was like, oh, yeah, let's go, Robert. So get you fired up.
That's awesome.
Let's see. I got actually a lot of questions for all of us. So
The highs beat the lows.
The highs always beat the lows.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yep.
Well, and I don't care who you are. If you hunt a lot or fish a lot or spearfish a lot, you're gonna have moments where you're like, I'm never doing this again. Yep. Like, I don't care who you are. There's gonna be times where you're like, man, well, I'm so done with this. And I always say it's the emotional roller coaster of hunting. Whether you're hunting spearfishing, whether you're hunting, you know, big whitetails, it's like that emotional roller coaster. If you could literally go from I'm so tired of this to like, this is the greatest thing in the world. I mean, you could flip that switch so fast. Yeah, it's crazy.
I like this live streaming right now because you get to see all the behind the scenes stuff, like how much work we're putting in to a day on the water. Well, changing cameras, changing, you know, tags, doing all this stuff.
Well, a lot of people don't realize, you know, it's a 30-minute show, but I mean, sometimes, or most of the time, you know, I mean, you may work 4, 5, 6 days to get the 30 minutes that you need. So it's all the, you know, everyone thinks, oh man, you know, you get to hunt for a living. Yeah, it is great. Don't get me wrong. It beats, you know, digging a ditch for a living, but they don't see all the stuff behind the scenes, you know, like just the work. Especially on Spear Life, we work. I mean, you know, we've got it fine-tuned now, but you think about the early days of testing Spear Life, and then even like the first year or two, like we were hustling. It was a lot going on, man. It was a lot of work. You know, a lot of people don't get to see that. Let's see here. Let's see what other question I got for me, I think. Here. Let's see. What inspired you to start Spear Life, and how is it different from Addicted to the Outdoors? Well, I mean, what inspired me to do Spear Life was just we were doing it anyway, right? I mean, we're diving and spearfishing anyway, you know, like, and I'm like, man, there's just, you know, there's a show here, right? Especially in my world, right? I'm in outdoor television. I'm like, so, you know, we like for a while we were on like, you know, a couple of Fridays a month. you know, especially in the off season, me, Gary, Kobe, we were always out diving, spearfishing, and it's like, man, and I was, you know, me, I'm filming stuff anyway, and it's like, and just testing stuff, but it's like you get so, I'm like, man, there's such cool stuff here, and you know, and not only that, but when you look at outdoor television, I mean, there's a million fishing shows, there's a million hunting shows, and if I'm not mistaken, we're still the like only game in town for spearfishing. I don't think there's another spearfishing show on national television. There's, you know, there's YouTube stuff and there's cool stuff out there, but as far as national television, I think Spear Life is it, I believe, as far as, you know, a spearfishing show. So that's, I was, you know, doing it anyway, and then you know, just knowing there's a cool show there. And of course, a lot of people don't know, you know, we own a production company, so you know, everyone knew us from Addicted, but we own a production company and we produce a ton of outdoor shows for people, you know, LL Bean, and you remember Modern Fishing with Jared Jeffries, and we sent him down there with you, and
That was fun.
you know, we produced 2 conchs out at the Keys still with Jag, so we're, you know, it's, you know, so I, you know, being a creative guy that owned a production company outside of having Addicted, it's like, man, when we were spearfishing, it's like, man, there's something really cool here, you know. What was the other half of that question? And then how's it different from Addicted? From a filming perspective, it's a night and day. Like, it's filming Addicted is easy peasy now, you know, compared to Spear Life. But you know, with Addicted, it's like, you know, like right now, you know, it's me, Dino, 1 camera, got 2 camera guys, and of course now with the new transition with Raven, it's me and Raven. Because anytime, like, I take any of the kids anyway, you know, I run camera. Like I said, own a production company, train, you know, half the guys in this industry probably. So it's just, you know, so, you know, now after filming Spear Life, especially, you film in Addicted, it's like easy peasy. You know, it's one person, one thing going on. You know, out here we're running, you know, obviously normally Kobe's with us, so there's 4 of us diving. You know, we'll be running. We're running 12 cameras simultaneously. You know, so it's nothing. It's nothing to be running 16 cameras.
Yeah.
You know, and then changing those and the system on how, you know, like, you know, of course we bag the cards. You know, because I mean, it's like, you know, you got to keep track of all the cards. But if you get your cards mixed up, it's game over.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck trying to look at underwater footage and try and figure out whose camera is
Hopefully they
that.
looked into the camera before they put
yeah.
it down.
Whose
I
camera is
always
this? Yeah, whose camera is this?
I remember
whose
when you
camera
made
is
that baggy system. And
Well,
it was like,
yeah, the bag system, man, it works perfect, you know, and it just keeps it nice and organized, you know. And so, from a filming perspective, Addicted and Spear Life are totally different animals. And we were talking about that earlier about how they overlap. Like, I do my best to not let them overlap. I try to get Spear Life filmed by the end of August, because usually our first Addicted trip is September 1st, and when they overlap, it's brutal. Like I said, one year I was diving oil rigs in Mississippi, spearfishing. And like the next Saturday, I'm in a tree stand bow hunting whitetails, and I mean, my brain was scrambled. I'm like, what's going on? It's like, I mean, it's brutal. So I try to get Spear Life done, you know, because you know, we film Addicted pretty much September through December, January, with the exception of a little bit of spring turkey in March.
Yeah.
And then we have trade shows usually January, February. You know, we got our big shows to go to. And then by March, we're trying to get everything ready to spearfish. And then our first trip of the year is always with you, May 1st. So by the end of April, we're cranking on Spear Life. So I try and get that done. I try and get Spear Life filmed, you know, by August, early August, and get a little breather. Because even transitioning from filming Addicted to Spear Life, it's just, they're not even close to the same. Like, it's like I got to wrap up my Spear Life system and pack everything for the year, like, because I'm done diving, you know, and then I unplug and then start getting in the you know, the mindset of, okay, now it's time to go bow hunt, you know. And so it's different everything, you know.
It seems like it's the same concept, though, right? We're outdoors.
Oh,
we're
yeah.
having fun,
It's
we're hanging
team
with friends and family.
Oh yeah, camaraderie,
You
hunting,
know.
hanging out. It's, you know, sitting around camp is like sitting around the boat, you know.
Exactly.
It's just like tonight, you know, man. We'll go in tonight, you know. We'll Chef Gare, you know. We'll you know, just like tonight, we'll cook at the house, you know.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. So we picked up some steaks, you know. Especially me now on the carnivore diet. I'm like meat. So tonight I'm gonna have a plate. There'll be steaks and fish. But I know Gary was talking about, hey, we're gonna do steaks. I know he's talking about maybe frying some fish, and then he was gonna do some sashimi, because we, you know, depending on what we get, if we can do some sashimi. So we'll, you know, of course we'll stream all. We're gonna stream everything. So we're gonna spearfish all day, stream in, you know, cleaning fish. Then tonight we'll stream cooking, the stuff that we actually shot today. You know, nothing like eating, you know, fresh fish that were swimming a few hours ago.
Yeah.
I tell people it's different. Like, you know, and it's funny how fresh fish doesn't smell fishy.
Yeah.
People don't realize that, you know, because you're getting fish in restaurants. It's a different ball game, you know. Especially, yeah, unless you're, but when you get it, when you shoot, you know, when you're eating something 5 hours after you know, was swimming 5 hours ago, I tell you, it's most fish doesn't even have, you know, doesn't even have a fishy smell.
Yeah.
If it's like super fresh. So.
Yeah.
The boys must be down there getting her done.
Yep, they're over here.
Oh, you see some bubbles?
Watching them bubble. That's why I've been looking over this way.
Yeah, I'd say they're not getting far, are they? We
They got
actually
pretty
cruised a
good.
pretty good distance. Again, that was we got further than were they?
We
When
were-
I came up, the boat was
far.
way off.
Well, so the boat came off the mooring, but the mooring where the anchor line.
When we came up, we were by the.
You
we were
guys were
right
by
by
the
the
anchor
anchor. So
line.
we
Yeah,
just
we were
went
by
all
the
way
anchor
around
line.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't feel like we went far, but when I came up, the boat was like.
Yeah,
they
because we were
drifted off.
following you guys.
Yeah.
And then it got really hard to find you.
Yeah.
The bubbles
Yeah.
with the waves and stuff. And
Just look for me huffing and puffing.
yeah, and then we saw you guys pop up by the anchor, so we turned it back around.
Usually, you can find us by Kobe screams. If the boat's far away, he's not happy, buddy. Kobe's like, get that boat over here.
He will scream.
Oh yeah, you'll hear.
And then I just come up and I'm like, hey, I'm with you, bud.
Yeah, he's
We're
like, all right,
okay.
man. Go.
Okay.
Ah, yeah. You get that boat. He comes up and that boat's a small dot, man. He's gonna snap. Oh man.
We miss you, Kobe.
We miss you, buddy. We miss you, buddy. We miss you on this trip.
Oh no, they don't stop talking about you.
We had
Love you.
so we had a shark yesterday. We had actually.
Did you?
Yeah, we had a little
It was a nurse shark.
little butt white shark. Little.
Oh.
It's the little ones that are a pain.
Oh,
you know?
they're-
It's a little juvenile.
It's a refeed shark, not a
Yeah, it's
nurse shark.
the little
But it-
4-footer, little pain in the ass sharks. I tell you, I've only had one real big shark encounter where he was coming into my fish in North Carolina, which it gets sharky there.
Yeah.
And that was spooky. It was a big shark. You know, I don't know if I ever told you about that. I was diving. We were diving these tanks. They said it was like military tanks,
Yeah.
and I was diving with one of our buddies up there, and he didn't have a comm system, so we couldn't communicate. And I shot a grouper, and I was like floating above this tank, and you know I always keep that stringer out here,
Yep.
right? You know, I'll flip it to me, and I look over, and I can just hear him screaming, right? Yeah, I never told you this. So then I look at him and he points this way. So I got the fish here, right? So I'm telling you right now, I turn to look. When I turn to look, it kind of lifts the fish. And when I turn, I see mouth, teeth. I'm talking, this is a 10, 11, this is a giant shark. I mean,
Yeah.
this was a big shark. And it was mouth open. Like, I mean, I don't know what would have happened if he you know, just he was so big, I don't know what would have happened, you know, but
He was just coming in.
he was just coming in. But you know what? As soon as I turned and made eye contact, he turned right off. And then, man, we put that fish on a float. So I sent it up, and we were gone. Then I get on the boat, and as soon as we got on the boat, Kobe's like, man, did you see that giant shark? I'm like, yeah, dude. He about took my arm off. He's like, yeah, I was not far from y'all. And he's like, that big shark came by me. And I'm like, I'm getting out. I'm like, well, thanks for letting us know. You got comms, man. Like, you should have told us. He's like, man, I was getting out of the water. But it was a big shark, man, like a big dusky or something. It was the biggest shark I've ever seen. Probably that close. We saw a big hammerhead down here one year, me and Kobe. He swam with us, you know.
Yeah.
It was a big hammerhead. He just kind of chilled with us and hung out with us, which they don't bug me much. But thankfully, the shark wasn't getting crazy aggressive. He just saw the fish. He was coming in for the fish. But it's funny, you know, they know where your eyes are. Them sharks, when you're down there messing with a shark that's a pain in the butt, if you don't see him anymore, just turn around because he's behind you. Because I swear, man, you notice that? You know, they know your eyeballs. They're watching your eyeballs, man. As soon as I turned and made eye contact, he turned off and then kind of cruised back around, and we're we're getting out of Dodge.
How about that one year at the Tortuga Bank? You shot that hogfish last dive of the day.
Oh yeah.
And you're just head down in the sand, doing your thing with the hog, and I'm like, there's a shark.
Well, you get a little complacent, like when I'm with diving with like you or you know like a Cam or somebody, because I know you got me. But yeah, I didn't even know it. You know, I'm down there stringing up big hogfish, and
You didn't know until we got back on the boat.
right, and then later that night I looked at the footage and I'm like, holy crap! And this shark was coming in hot. And I was just doing my thing, and Robert's like, wham, 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 wham. He's like fighting them off, man, and he's poking them.
Yeah,
Because
come
usually
back.
you'll give them a poke and they'll disappear.
Yeah.
He was circling back
Keep
on
open,
you.
hold on.
Yeah.
So he kept me. I'm like, man, I'm like, 'cause I was head down, ass up, you know, just going to town with this big old hogfish, and that shark was all over me,
Yeah, I
man.
remember the footage. John came up in the water and you're like, so,
Did you see that
notice
shark?
that shark? And you're like,
Shark
a
behind you?
shark.
I'm like, nah, what shark? I didn't see no sharks. He's like, he was all over you, buddy.
I was underwater going, yeah, this is gonna be funny.
But it seems like it's, I mean, you know, it seems like Rob's have problems. It seems like it's the younger, more juvenile
Yeah, a little
sharks.
small ones,
They're
right?
just a little pain in the ass.
And they don't know the rules.
Right.
Right.
The bigger
you
ones
start poking them.
Right, they learn the rules. Well, and I've been, you know, I've been around some big sharks in the water, and they just mind their business. You know, I've had big shark crews by. It's crazy how agile they are. Like I've been down. We were down here one year with you under these big coral heads, and me and Kobe, and we looked down at a big shark. I mean, you know, who knows? You think they're 15 foot, but I mean, it was a big shark, whatever it was. You know, and that thing was just weaving through coral like a snake, and it was a big shark, and it was just. I mean, it was just sleeking through the, like, just so smooth, and I'm like, man, if that thing wants you, you're in trouble.
It's their ocean.
It's their
right?
ocean,
Like,
man, for sure.
We're just guests.
Yeah, so yeah, so it's usually the little ones that are a pain in the butt. Big ones, I've seen a lot of big ones not have issues. That one big one, but I had a big grouper hanging off my arm, and he was coming in for the free meal. You know, probably would have took my arm with it.
Yeah.
I'm glad he was. It's funny too, because it's like, you're glad in that moment, you know, you got your buddy with you and he sees it. Because if he would have been screaming, if I would have turned, he would have got that. He would have got the fish for sure, maybe more, because he was just so big.
Yeah.
If it had been a smaller shark, maybe he'd just gotten the fish, but he was so big. I mean, I swear that mouth looked like Jaws, man. I was like, ah, we need a bigger boat.
Sometimes it's some small moments, like, you know, your life can be completely different from that.
It takes one instance. You know, it takes one instance, buddy. Change everything.
That's why we dive with buddies. That's why we choose our buddies wisely.
Yeah.
Well, and that's also why I did all of our learning curves with filming and testing Sphere Life for the most part. I did with you.
Yeah.
And even when I bring in people to dive, it's like if I'm even questionable about the experience level, Rob, just stick them with Rob and they're good to go, because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to have to deal with it. I got enough going on.
Yeah.
You know,
need to just
I'm like,
focus on-
I'm like, if you're a little, you know, if you're not like you're not really
Dial in, know what you're
experienced
doing.
diver, spearfishman, and you really know what you're doing, you're with Rob.
I mean, Rob, you're the best person to be with.
Well, you're getting certified in a few weeks, so yeah, we come down here and you'll be with old Rob for sure.
Yeah.
Or I'll be looking out for you.
Your tag team.
Yes.
Yep. Because I think Gunner and Raven are getting certified.
I don't know. She'll dive a couple of ways.
Yeah.
She's not gonna be.
I don't think she's gonna do, and even you're gonna, you know, you'll be
No,
doing
yeah,
shallow
yeah.
stuff for a while. We're not gonna be pushing there, but I can see doing some easy stuff to get y'all acclimated. Because Kobe's son T's gonna get certified, and then
Man, he's so big now. It's crazy.
yeah, and then Gary's son Rob, he's gonna get certified.
He's like 38.
Gary's no, he's been diving his whole life.
Yeah, right.
So he's just gonna get the class done. So it's because I told him, I'm like, if he's gonna come dive with us,
Yep.
I need him to be he needs to be certified. But you know, the Zumwalt family, they're legends. So yeah, so he's literally, that kid's been diving since he was. I mean, I remember when he was 2 and 3 years old, he'd jump in the pool and he'd just sink to the bottom and sit there. I'm talking. He was young, like real young. So he's been at it his whole life. So, but I told Gary, I'm like, oh, we're gonna get the kids involved, but he's got to get certified. You know, like he's got to get it. You know, make sure he's got his stuff. You know, because I don't care who you are, like. You know, that, like the actual training, because I did, you know, growing up, we did stuff too, but we weren't certified, you know. And I think back on some of the stuff we did, and I'm like, it was dangerous. Like we did some stupid stuff. But it's funny, but training kicks in. It saves you. Yeah. When you get in this tough situation, like running out of air, which should never happen, but you know, it's, you know, dive long enough, maybe, you know, once you learn your lesson. Yeah. But you know that the training's what saves you, because you're that for that split second you're panicked, right? And then it's like, and then the training kind of saves your butt, you know. So that having that stuff is what, you know, it's nice to have it. Coming up.
They're over there.
Awful.
Right over
Just
there.
done a big circle around it.
The bubble,
Come
big
right back
bubble.
to us.
Yeah. Maybe they're
Split up
they might-
too.
Yeah, they're not
Pretty
far
far.
apart.
But I mean, they're close together. I bet you they see each other.
Yeah, they're not too far apart.
Popping up over there. Pretty soon.
Big old stringer.
Yeah, what a big guy got. Oh, huge fish. What is it? Track record for this week.
He's got it.
Gary. Gary's on man. Gary's that guy. Even hunting, like yeah, I've known Gary since we were. See, me and Kobe were actually together when we met Gary.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we met Gary. Kobe was with me when I met Gary, so we both met Gary at the same time, and it was 32 years ago.
Oh, so right when you started captain.
Yeah, so 32. Yeah, we were because me and Kobe were, we were. I mean, I was right around 20, I think.
Yeah.
But Gary's that guy. Gary's that guy, dude. Like even hunting. Gary's the guy that'll go to the woods. He'll have on 1980s camo. He'll have a 20-year-old bow. Mismatched camo. Ancient stuff. I mean, just ancient gear. He'll go get in the tree stand. He'll be, just, I mean, like, just looks like he has no clue. And then he just kills a big buck. Like, he's that guy, man. It drives me crazy. He's always that guy.
You can just sit still.
Oh, yeah. He does, man. What we got? What we got?
Our cameraman.
You lose him?
How's it looking down there?
Can't see shit.
Is it got dirty?
Oh.
My mask.
Is it fogging? I'm telling you, man. I don't know. It's got to be the humidity, man. Last 2 days we've had no issues, and today that's a pain in the butt too. Mine was fogging nonstop. I just kept water in it. I kept it like.
I must have blown 1,000 pounds of air through the mask trying to clear it.
Yeah, I was.
Ugh.
Dang.
I was dipping. Yeah, I was. Can we grab that? You got it? Yeah, we need to.
I don't know if it went off or not.
No, that's okay. We'll check it. Let me just set it here for now. Let it dry a little bit.
Is the camera going?
Yeah. No, I don't know if it is. You can check it.
Sure is.
Where's Gare?
Very frustrated about
47 minutes.
Yeah. Gary's right over here.
Right there. Okay. What am I missing? Something's blowing bubbles over there. Oh, yeah, he's got it. He must have just cruised under.
I can drop off now. Or...
Gary's down there. I see bubbles. I see bubbles. Yeah, Reeves, that was me that last time. It wasn't quite that bad, but I kept like I kept water half filled up with my mask because you just can't see crap.
That's what I was doing. I couldn't take 3 breaths, and it was totally blind.
Is that just the moisture in the air, Robert?
It's gotta be.
I mean, it has to be. Because we go days where you have 0 issues with fog, and then you have a day like today where it's instant, everything. Mask, cameras, everything just. And it ain't been bad for a while though. I remember that one year we fought it so much we wanted to jump off a cliff.
I've dove that mask before. I've never had. I don't remember having dive that bad. As far as
It don't take much to, get it
totally
going.
destroy it. Yeah.
Did you shampoo it up or put something else in it?
I did. Yeah. Shampooed it up. I don't know. No idea.
Oh, I see some chubs.
Really frustrating.
All the chubbers. Fuck. Coming out of Gary. like to think, Robert, we can only figure out how to stream underwater.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
We need a floating antenna. Catch the Wi-Fi. It's the Wi-Fi.
I mean, on a dive like this, you could have a fiber optic cable coming back to the boat. You know? Low anchor, not much current.
There's Gare. Did he shoot anything? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Reeves is sandbagging.
This is the hog fishiest place I've seen outside of the port.
Really?
Yeah. They're all babies.
Oh.
So many hogs.
Well, they've been getting slammed this last few weeks.
You might have got one.
Well, and I tell you, yeah, getting down here, 3 weeks later makes a difference. Yeah, for sure. As opposed to opener. So, for everyone watching, Gary's doing a safety stop. So, when you're diving, you gotta do safety stops. Depending on the dives, at least a 3 minute at 15 feet. Let you off gas. Get that gas out of your system. Yeah, that was a yeller down a bit, yeah. It's nice too when it's, we're diving this 50, 60 foot stuff instead of 100, 120, 130. Yep. Makes it a lot easier. I wonder what Gary's got. Come on, Gary.
Let's start.
So after Gary comes up with a battery swap, and then it's just, I don't know. Yeah, it's just, but I understand moisture in the air, but it's like, I guess moisture gets in it up here from the air, from the humidity, maybe, and then once you get in the water, it just hammers it. It's got to be something. It's got to be humidity related. Who knows? Yeah, well, because you get a little fog, and that makes it 10 times worse with some dirty water. Because the water is not just dirty; it's hazy. It's like it's that haziness.
Algae's getting going.
Yeah.
Slap in the face. Big ol' algae.
There are a lot of excuses.
I'm making these.
We're making them right now until we shoot with the fish. Then we'll be like,
I see color.
I see color. I see hoggy. I see. Oh, what you got here? You got some hoggies. That's my favorite fish right here. Oh, big grouper. Oh, nice. Oh, look at there. Oh, nice red. Nice hog. Look at that. Look how pretty that fish is. Man, look at the colors. Look at his eyeball. That is my favorite fish to eat probably on the planet right there. Big hog, big old red. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to do a battery swap on that. Good job, buddy. Good job, buddy. Yeah, we're not starving tonight. We got stuff. We got stuff for dinner.
Gotta get a quacker. I had a couple for him.
Oh, did you?
Oh, you can just.
All you gotta do is grunt, I can hear you.
I was trying.
Were you?
I couldn't grunt because I had to blow more air through my mask.
Yeah,
the whole time.
A big black, or nice black, I mean, you shoot.
Yeah, I saw it.
They hold that in there. Then I looked in the camera, holy shit, they went way back there.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't get a chance to shoot them, you turn around. It's
You saw a decent black? Decent black?
Yeah, decent black. I mean, he was probably 28,
Yeah, I'd say
30
28
inches.
to 30,
He was a shooter.
Yeah, there wasn't any question whether you should shoot him.
Yeah, so that's, yeah.
He wasn't a monster.
No, but he was a shooter.
I was trying to get in one of those caves. He wasn't huge again. He was probably a 6 or 8 pound mutton was just sitting there.
Oh,
and I
was
was
he?
like, come back, come back, come back.
You need the squawker.
I know.
You need to take the duck squawker.
Especially
Yeah, I
where
don't know
you
if that
are,
was
you
supposed
could
to be
have
on
gone
there.
right back
It
over
was
the
from
top.
when it was new, but it's kind of thick.
Smoked.
So I think it's just some kind of a coat protector. I was gonna yank them off. Do you know they come with a film on?
I tried to shoot that yellowtail one right through him. I knew that was a prayer.
It looks like it's about that.
That damn, you see that mangrove?
I didn't see that.
Oh, he's coming up to me. He turned. I hit him right across the top, and he came. I was like, oh.
I saw you shoot, but I couldn't tell what
that
it was.
pissed me off. That was my only shit shot.
I was having a horrendous time with my mask. I couldn't.
Were you?
He said he was all fogged up.
Yeah, I did. I got one.
I probably blew it.
Threw my
How's
face
your
off, and I looked at
how'd your
stuff.
cameras do? Good?
Yeah.
I
Fog?
didn't see anything wrong with them when I was looking at them. They looked fine. Now they look
When he
different.
came up?
They were perfect when they came up.
I see. Just that's mine. Already fogging. Oh, you know what? Then I think I'm gonna goo them because yeah, that looked like it.
Whatever's going on today.
I let that baby stuff stay in there and dry, and then I wiped it off. I let it actually harden on there, and then I dried it off.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm talking about the camera.
No, I'm not seeing even the
My
mask.
mask was screwed. I gotta. So I need to goo the mask and let it
Yeah,
bake a
that's
little
what
bit.
I did. I just
I
let it
have
dry.
no idea what's on that camera because I couldn't see it.
If you point in the general direction, you're good.
General direction.
That thing's wide. It grabs everything.
Oh, got some baby.
Shampoo.
I missed your shot on that red because there's a decent hogfish and he was just hanging. I was like, okay, everybody loves hogfish. I'll take a picture of it. And I heard think, and I'm like,
Yeah, after that black, I didn't see him till boom, and he took off, and I said,
I just saw the.
then I looked at, I said, oh, man.
I saw him blow
Yeah,
out.
the caverns to hell back there.
I think you could have gone underneath that whole coral head there.
Yeah.
It was the
I
wall
definitely-
on that.
Oh, absolutely. We gotta get it.
And we had a couple nice muttons, but
Yeah.
they didn't stay long.
They
It's
were-
like they were gone.
Yeah, the only one I saw to sit was that one that was in the cave. I was like, it feels. But yeah, the chum definitely.
You baby.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Number 30. We'll get some pictures.
Good old hoggy.
Yeah, he came. The other one was
There were
there.
like 3 of them.
What was
Yeah.
that? Yeah, and another one.
You pop,
He was close,
just
but
take
I
care.
thought.
Pop, do some pics.
What happened?
Pictures.
Yeah.
We get him in the ice box.
Yeah, there's a couple of little ones with her. I was like, oh.
Finally, a decent hog though. This side of it.
Gary, I love it when you show us up.
Yeah, okay.
If I'd have got everything, I'd have been real.
Oh yeah. Nice, nice. Look at the color. So pretty.
You see that one? Was that a king mackerel that came in?
I couldn't tell.
That thing was 40 inches long.
Yeah, it was big.
Oh,
I first thought big coup.
I was ready, man. I said he was up on that. I wasn't above him.
Down, hold him up. Just hold one up. We'll get this thing over real quick. Look at some pretty fish, man. We got dinner. Look how pretty he is. I love that fish. Man, he is pretty, Gary. He's pretty. Show everybody the mouth on him. That's a hog. That's what I call him, a hogfish. Big old,
Yeah,
wide
baby.
mouth.
Rooting around in the sand.
Yeah, rooting
Pretty
around the
fish.
sand like a hog.
Coral diggers.
Should I do the red by myself?
Yeah.
Old Gary getting this house started out right. Setting the bar. He's waving at us. He's like, hey guys, what's up? Oh man, what a pretty fish. Nice. Good job, Gary. Yeah.
how you get it done.
All right. So.
It's breaking apart.
Yeah, garbage. Yeah.
There's another one. Is this it, Ryan?
Yeah, garbage. Just show them the garbage here.
Is that all trash?
Yeah, the batteries are bad. Just chunk them. Chunk them.
Throwing them.